So first of all, thanks everyone for coming along this morning. And a special thanks to Mick for letting us come and look at his site. This sort of came about through Project Catalyst with Catchment Solutions and Nutrien are working in Project Catalyst. And then Pharmacist has also got some funding through the Great Barrier Reef Foundation. So we've all sort of noticed, talking to growers, that there's a lot more interest in these multi-species fallow crops and also just a legume crop. So we thought, sort of a timely time of year to come together and talk about, the factors that you need to consider before putting in a fallow crop. But it doesn't matter if it's multi-species or legume. What are you going to use to plant? What are you actually going to plant? Things like inoculation. You'll see up on the table, there's all different seed sizes, trying to manage that during planting. And so Mick planted this site in probably July.
Oh, it's in your diary.
I'm sure it's July.
About 3 months ago, wasn't it?
3 months, yeah. So we thought this would be a good spot to sort of meet because, obviously it's an established crop. It is a winter crop, so coming into summer we'd put some different species in. But this site has got a few issues. There's some good side, there's some bad side. There might be an ugly side, not sure. But if we have a look around, there's definitely some limitations up in that corner block. If you look on your handout, you can sort of see that really poor patch area there is that area up there. So as we go through the day, we'll talk about that more, about why that's such a problem. But I thought maybe we'd start with Mick just talking about a bit of history of this block and why he planted the multi-species.
I don't know, is this working? Yep. Well, listen, thanks for coming along here to only make it a bit of a day for Shay and everyone else that's in. I'm reading the names off the tents here, but no, basically what happened with this site was it was cut very late, thanks to Mackay Sugar's, slow going again last year, and I think we got it again this year, but we tried to return it. It sort of didn't come to much, so we sprayed it out and thought we're going to have a 3-4 month fallow and plant it again. These blocks are continually cut last and get a lot of compaction in them. And we thought we'll try something a little bit different here with a bit of soil health or something. You can probably see that it used to have like 3 very distinct contour lines all through it. So we just straightened it all out. We just ploughed it all out and just put 2 water winch lanes into it and squared the block up and just GPS'd it and went with a multi-species over winter. We're going to crimp roll that down hopefully and then put a multi-species in it for summer. And then I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but we'll probably end up crimp rolling it, and I might even have to hire someone with a dual row double disc opener or something like that just to plant into this block and just see how we go. We sort of got to this stage because if you have a look all around here, this is all marginal country, all of this stuff. So it only ever grows, that from 45 to 65 tonne to the hectare sort of country. And unless you want to push it with water, you can probably do a bit better. But other than that, it is what it is. So we thought, we cleared all this stuff in the 80s, walked around, picked all the sticks up, and it's just been getting a hiding ever since. It's never grown any outstanding crops on them at all. So we thought we'll have a bit of a crack at the soil health path because everyone's talking sustainable. Ended up with a wet season there that went a bit longer, watching YouTube videos and learn about a bit of revegetative stuff. So I thought, we might as well have a bit of a crack at this. So we put in 4 hectares here, 10 acres, and just see how we go. And we've all got a lot to learn. I know nothing about it. We just want to have a go and see if we can turn this low marginal country around into something a little bit more profitable, because for years we've been spending $2,000 to work all these fields up, plant them all up, grow a crop, wait for 12 months, 18 months and get $2,000 back for them. So we thought if you keep doing the same thing all the time expecting a different outcome, well then I'm the dickhead for doing it. So we just thought we'll have a go at something a little bit different, and it mightn't be the answer, but we're having a go at something different just to see if we can get some soil health. And well, the stuff you're looking at there, they tell me that's good, but it's the invisible stuff under the soil there that we can't see. That's where all of the real action's supposed to be happening there. So time will tell, hey? So thanks for coming anyway.
So in that handout inside is a list of actually what was planted and the rates. So this is a bit, it's a bit of an experiment. So not all of these species we would plant again. Like some have done really well, obviously, and some not so well. Do you want to explain how you planted it?
Yeah, well, we just bed formed it up with one of those Hodge bed formers. Then I just pushed through it with a trowel. We actually made it too good. My neighbour came over there and we had a bit of a walk and a kick and a talk about it, and went and got the harrows and harrowed it all down again. And then we were able to get Rob's, pharmacist's planter there, and plant all of the multi-species just with that one planter sneaking through there. Yes, the discs in the middle of it where the mount, they sort of went in a little bit deep. We were worried about them. And the stuff on the sides was pretty good. And then we had the opposite effect there under the wheel tracks and into the hard pan there. We thought, we'll plant all that too. And it probably was a bit the other way there. Mightn't have got enough cover and stuff on seeds and things like that. So anyway, it's well worth having a bit of a go at it just to see what can be done for you. Because I was just saying to someone else there before that, really the only people you're competing against is what you did yourself last year. If you can do a little bit better than what you did the year before, there's not much point comparing me with my neighbour over there that's got flood irrigation, or that bloke over there that's got tremendous soil. It is what it is here, and you just got to see if you can improve on what you got. So that's basically all I did.
So that planter at the back there is a pharmacist planter available for hire. So it's got 2 separate seed boxes, one for larger seed and one for smaller seed. So we did split the seed for this trial block. But as part of our project, we have these air seeders. We've got this yellow one's a 5-hose air seeder, which we just lend out to growers. If you're interested to give it a go, it's there available to use. We've got a little spinner there, a little spreader, also available to borrow. And on the back of the ute is a bigger air seeder. It's got it's an 8-hose outlet. It's a bit heavier, so we left it up there. Looking at the photo on that front again, you can see when Mick was talking about the contour lines, even though the block's been fully worked up and planted, you can still see the lines of where the contours were.
Yeah, what you're actually looking at there is they had a 3/4 of a metre contour bank along them, and so we went along and we triple bumpered it all, and then we graded them all down. And what we noticed out of that was where we moved all the soil across there, and I don't think there was any plants or anything growing in that soil, so it was sort of stale or dead, or want of a better term for that soil in those banks. And we spread it out there, and it struggled a bit. You can see that it didn't it didn't grow real well, did it? And that's why you can still physically sort of see those lines in the ground. But next year it might be different.
And then you can see in that photo, sort of towards the middle, there's a real dark green patch, and there's a photo down the bottom too, sort of highlighting it. So that was a really high-performing area, which is just here. So Mick, can you explain the history of that patch?
Yeah, well, if you have a look just here in this, probably about a basketball court there, the area you're all standing on here, this is my lime pit where they always come up with the B doubles and dump all the lime. And every year you can just see it's just starting to regrass itself over again. So I just get the land plane. For years I've been dragging the grass across into there just to clean the lime pad again. Now that's had a little bit of grass and lime pulled in there all the time, and I don't really know. Well, Shay will be able to tell me. They've done a bit of soil tests and done stuff there. So, but that's either holding a lot more moisture, and got a lot better pH than another basketball court distance further over. That was new ground over there. You can still see some of the trees and stuff where I dug them up the excavator and just pushed them off the block to make a nice square here. And years ago, when we used to clear all this country here, the old Croker's big A, you know, the 3-wheel big tractor used to come in and they'd put triple strength super and stuff all over these fields and stuff. Well, that one hasn't got any there, and we got a soil test done in there because Adam and Rob went over there for a bit of a look. So definitely deficient in phosphorus over here. So done some soil tests to back it up. I haven't seen any of them, but I'm sure they're right. I'm sure they're right.